terms of how do you brand yourself. So I want to know from you guys, what do you see or what do you think personal branding is? What is it about, really? Any takers? Have you heard the term personal brand? Okay, yeah. And what do you think of it?
I don't know. I'd say it's basically building a name for yourself and building a name that is attached to, I don't know, maybe like one word. Maybe if you say it's to empower young women, then that is your brand, that is your niche. That's something that you do all the time, even in your workspace. That's generally just what you actually on fire for.
Yes. Anyone want to add to that? Yes.
As you were feeling shy, but for me, I'd say it's how you share yourself with the world. That's your personal brand.
Personal brand,
Yeah.
right? Awesome. Yeah. And it's the things that you end up getting known for, right? And it's simply, it's as simple as that. Literally, what you want to be known for and what you've become known for. And is it reserved for specific people, for influencers, celebrities, or is it something that all of us can practice and try to work on?
Definitely for all of us.
Yeah, it's something that's for all of us. I think the biggest misconception that I've seen is that people just assume that personal branding is for influencers, it's for celebrities, or it's for people who really want to be taken serious about something. But all of us has a personal brand. Your name is already the brand. Sniggy Wengobo was the brand from, okay, not birth, from marriage, get Wengobo part. But Sniggy was the brand from birth, right? And then I keep rewriting or narrating my story. And one thing that I've seen is that with personal branding, it's up to you. You can choose what the world says about you, what they paint as your story, or you can choose to control the narrative about yourself. And that's why we have social media nowadays where you can control what narrative people have of you, right? You can share with, okay, these are the things that I care about, or Hovini here, she wants boss babes of South Africa, she wants to make sure that females are succeeding, they're being boss babes in their lives and they're thriving. That's what she's about and that's what she's putting out there. But if we don't control our personal brands, then other people can write the narrative. So someone else, there's gossip columns, right, that are always writing about celebrities, then we end up not knowing what exactly are their brands. But with us, we have that privilege of, it's okay, maybe we're not so much in the limelight, but what is out there? If you type your name on Google, what is there? If it's nothing, then there's nothing that you put out nowadays, because everything that's there is what you put out. So just always be mindful of your personal brand. It might seem like it doesn't matter now, but it matters later on, because maybe one day one of you guys, when you're searching for employment and you're like, hey man, Sniggy works there, let me apply, that's already would be my personal brand helping you come to my organization when we are working, and then helping that organization thrive by attracting beautiful, young, hardworking talents like you guys, right? So it always helps. So it helps not just you, but it helps even the ones around you. And one of the things that's important for me, I'll just tell a story, is when I was applying for my current job, one thing that's important with me is family, right? So I was like, I knew that I had children, I probably wanted more, and I had to make that very clear. Okay, what are your policies about having children, and what kind of work environment can I expect? Will I be able to have a balance with my family, or is this something that I need to sacrifice if I take on this role? And they were actually very forthcoming. They sent me policies, and policies are internal, guys. They don't necessarily have to share that with the external people. But they were like, oh no, here's our maternity leave policy. The director spoke about himself directly. Okay, there are so many people who are already on maternity leave, and I am also a father of so many children. Therefore, you will thrive in this environment. So that helped them to know the expectation, because if it didn't align with them, then it would have been easy to say, oh no, we're not very family oriented, we're hardworking, no one is allowed special time off. Then it would have been something that I can avoid, right? And then they could have avoided themselves as well. Because sometimes I think we don't want to be very specific about what we want and what we care about and what matters to us, because we're scared of rejection. But in that case, rejection would have been something that would be good, because it will help me to go in the right direction where I will actually thrive and actually be able to have my family, right? So always know that whatever your personal brand is, you don't have to work for acceptance, but just work to say, okay, this is what I am, and if something resonates with me, then good, I'm gonna go along with it. If it doesn't resonate with me, then it's fine, I can leave it. And now we've got very good platforms like LinkedIn, everywhere else. So just be mindful, guys, of the things that we post. I know you guys are still young. There's certain things that are fun, maybe that you wanna be posting. Oh, I'm out on the Saturday night with my friends. We just finished writing exams. Then you're posting these things, but those things stay there for a while. I remember this one time. So when I was in honors, so I was on the Tsuga program. So children from other universities that are not accredited for the honors degrees would come to UJ. And I remember these guys, they were thinking, oh, okay, yeah, we are new here, and I guess they wanted to prove a point, and they're buying expensive alcohol, washing their hands with it, doing videos of that, and just being like, showing that, woo! Sorry. Is it gone? I hope so. Okay. So they just wanted to prove a point, right? But it was something that was actually a bit derogatory for their personal brand if you look at it long term, if it's something that they would be posting on social media. Because now employers look at, oh, here's this person who doesn't see the value of money because here's expensive alcohol and they're just pouring it out, washing their hands with it, right? And here's someone also who perhaps isn't so serious about their studies because why are they even being so busy and out there with alcohol during school times, right? So it's one of those things where it's just important that you think about it now, how whatever it is that you post affects your personal brand. So be very mindful of it. I always tell my young ones, my nieces and nephews, because they're your ages, and I know they are quarter to blocking me, but it's okay. I'm like, why are you posting alcohol? What are we supposed to think? Especially if last week you were asking me for data for an assignment. Sure. Then I'm like, oh, here you go. And then the next week, here's me with the savannah. What is happening, child? You must be consistent, right? Because that makes me think, oh, with your money you can buy alcohol, but with my money it's for data. No, why must I service your data? Because if you have alcohol, you have the data money as well, right? So that's what other people think, older people think. Don't block them, guys. They mean well. It will help once you've grown and you're older. But those are some of the things that just you guys need to be consistent in the messaging that you post. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. You can enjoy yourself, but just be mindful of your brand and the messaging that it puts out there. Because not everything that we see is true in its true form, but how it is. Because then my niece would say, oh no, sis, no, I was at an event and then they gave us, so that's why I had, not that I took my money and bought. So don't be quick to judge. I'm not judging, I'm telling you that this is the perception that happens. And nowadays we put our information when we're applying for jobs. Employers are seeing all these things, so they're now thinking, do I want to hire this person or not? You know, so it's very important to be mindful of those things, guys. And I just know for myself, I just thought to myself, okay, one thing that I want to do is I want to control the narrative that is out there about myself. It just makes it easier to go into rooms because people just know already what to expect when they meet me. They already know that this person is family oriented, this person wants women to thrive in their finances, this person wants women to thrive in their careers, this person wants to see chartered accountants growing and wants to see more. Probably that's why it was easier for Faith to invite me. And when I decided for her to invite me again, because she thought, okay, I want to tap into this and maybe the ladies can learn something from this lady as well, right? So it's important to just make sure that you put your personal brand out there. And if it doesn't have to be something hectic, it can just be something motivational maybe, but also be authentic, because you don't want to be something that you're not. If you're not very motivational, you're still very negative, still going to therapy, working on certain things, even sometimes sharing from a space of vulnerability, that can also make you resonate with someone else who is in that space. Like for now, I'm still in the trenches. I'm still so conscious of my weight. I'm like, oh, nothing fits. The weather actually was great. Now, oh yeah, you can just wear a jacket. Because I was like, oh, my summer dresses, and then they were like a little tight. I'm just like, oh, because I'm still breastfeeding. The appetite is on 100. Everything. I'm not sleeping, so my body's not even getting enough time to recover from exercise when I do exercise. So it's a lot. So I'm a bit conscious of that, and I'm sharing some of that online just for some certain people that will resonate with. and others it might not resonate with, and it's okay. But it's the brand that I've put out there now, and it's helping me to facilitate those conversations and have those conversations, and to feel that I'm not alone. Because the worst thing that you can do is to feel that you are alone when it comes to anything. Even with my studies, I struggled, guys. I know when I've been a chartered accountant now for close to 10 years, but when I was in CTA, I struggled. I remember this just reminded me this when she was speaking, but she said, what you think and what you believe is what's going to happen with you. So I remember when I was doing honors, and my friends and I would be struggling, you know, and it was about to be our final exam, like, and I had already given up. I was like, each friend, next year you're gonna be a trainee, you're gonna be working, you're gonna buy a car, you're gonna come visit me here at Res, because I'll still be repeating my honors. Sure, good luck, friend, for the exam. Yeah, I'm also gonna go right, but it's tough, you know, things are not looking great. And then what happened the following year? Can anyone guess?
You failed.
Yeah, next year my friend had a car. She came to visit me at Res. I was there doing my honors again.
Yeah.
Because that's what I believed, and that's what it became. That's what was set in motion. So it's very important to just work on your inner voice, and to motivate yourself as much as you can to change that voice. Whether it means going to therapy to unlearn the things that are there, the negative thoughts, whether it means actually going to YouTube and typing out some affirmations or some motivational videos. I have quite a few videos on YouTube where I posted about my journey, actually my chartered accountancy journey. I shared how I failed, I shared how I felt, and how I rose above that. I also shared videos on like how I studied for the different subjects, because I thought that was challenging, and I actually appreciated that. And those things, they help, because every now and again I get a message from someone saying, yo, this has helped me. I'm in honors now thanks to that video about that, because I changed my learning strategies, because I tried to change my mindset. I saw that I was going that negative path, and then I pivoted, because you said what you believe is what you become. So it's very important to just share whatever it is that you want to share, so that you make an impact in the world, but also just be mindful of your thoughts and go, guys. We're in the information digital age now. Everything is readily available. If you want to study astrology, I'm sure you can go and learn and be an expert by next week if you just watch all those videos 24/7. Same with the chartered accountancy journey. If you want to excel and you want to thrive and you want to pass all your subjects, there's a lot of information online, and those people have availed themselves. I'm available in my DMs. I always answer people, even those who comment on my videos. I always answer, because knowledge is something I feel like it's important to just give freely. Because if you qualify and you become a chartered accountant in 3 years' time, however long, it doesn't change the fact that I'm a chartered accountant already also. So the more the better, especially when I see young black females where there's been so many things that previously our parents couldn't achieve what we've achieved, or their parents couldn't achieve. So we are our parents' wildest dreams. We are living the life that they literally wish they could have, but the time wasn't available. It wasn't conducive for them, but now it is for us. So the world is our oyster. So I just want to encourage you ladies today. I'm always so proud, and I always want to come to such events, because I know of so many cousins, actually, like close family members, who have succumbed to teenage pregnancy, didn't rise above, because some people have children and they rise above. They didn't rise above. They didn't rise above the alcohol. They didn't rise against the family struggles, because they're all there. But guys, all I can say is just try to rise above and to grow. So just grow from each and every experience that you learn, and that will shape you and mold you, and will actually form the narrative that you can later on share about your personal brand. Because now, obviously, I've qualified 10 years later. I've got the children, I've got the family, I've got the work, I've got the things that I want. But now I'm sharing that story as it's happened, as it's unfolding. But once I was in second year, I didn't know what the story would be, but I was just sharing whatever it is that I was going through at that point in time. So just share where you are and your ambitions, and follow the things that resonate with you. And I just hope that you guys can build your own personal brands, but over and above that, that you can achieve your dreams, man. And that you can just tap into the things that resonate with you guys when it comes to ambition and dreams, because there'll always be people going left, but I hope that you can find the people who are going right or in your direction, and that you tap into those people and that you hold on, and that you guys will grow your personal brands. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys, whether it is, I don't know, social media, streets, or like in the works environment, like just to see you guys applying for those roles, because I did my articles at a bank because I wanted something to do with finances, in treasury specifically. So that's why I went into the bank, especially because when I matriculated it was around 2008, through the financial crisis, and everyone was saying, oh, banks are to blame, and I just wanted to get into the banks and really understand how is it that they're to blame, and how does it work, and how can I make sure that in my generation or in my time I can work in that space and just have my contribution towards ensuring financial stability. Obviously I'm just an individual, these things are huge and systematic, but how can I play my role? And that's why then I went into banking for doing my articles. And a lot of questions that I get is, how did you get into banking? Because I guess audit firms take quite a lot of people. They kind of have first year, second year, third year. It's almost like an academy. They always churning them in, but banks not so much.